Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our new podcast. So, for today, we have a special episode wherein we're going to feature the experiences of our interns in the year 2024 and who have worked on the real projects that we are also working on as a company. And we're going to hear from them about their journey, their experiences, their learnings, and everything. So, first of all, guys, could you introduce yourself? What do you do? What are your courses and degrees?
So I'll start. My name is Tuba, and I am a student at the University of Sharjah. I'm studying computer science. I'm about to start my fourth year. So I heard about this internship from our professor, and we've had a visit at their data center, and then we decided to apply for the internship here, and we got it. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Majda Asabla. I'm a third-year computer science student at the University of Sharjah. I also found out about the company through the trip that we came here on, and it was really interesting, and I thought it would be a great place to work at. So I'm glad that I came here to experience the summer internship here.
My name is Adam Yassin, and I'm also a computer science student. I'm about to enter my fourth year. Sadly, I wasn't part of the visit to the company, but I did hear about it from the students, and after I saw the opportunity of them taking interns, I decided to go for it.
All right, cool. So can you each share what your expectations were before starting the internship, and how those expectations have changed as you progress to the internship, and in a sense, like have you met all these expectations, or have you exceeded your expectations?
Okay. I would say that in the beginning, I was concerned that perhaps that we are working on an actual project. What if I'm not competent enough, or if I don't have the technical background, the skills to do it? But I found that as we progressed, we were able to have meetings with you, Maykhel, and we got feedback, and you were able to guide us on what to do, and we were able to figure things out. So it turned out to be much better, and it went smoothly mostly. So I would say that I really like that we got to work on an actual project for a real client with real data and using the HPC. These were all, we learned a lot through this.
Right.
Yeah.
Mashida?
My biggest expectation, not necessarily an expectation, but I was hoping that I would be able to work with actual clients or work on, have a substantial part working on a project here. I know that a lot of other companies, when they take in interns, they don't really give them relevant work, or maybe they do, but they'll give them really small tasks
and a limited
exactly. So you won't really be able to see your contribution to the project at hand, but we were given a pretty big project to work on, and I'm glad that it gave us a lot of experience and a lot of new skills as well.
Awesome. Adam?
When I first heard about it, I thought it was going to be like how most internships are usually carried out. It's basically the interns are given the same thing day in, day out. They do something similar, but we actually did an actual project, and we're doing something that we'd actually be doing once we graduate, and we were part of a project which is not small, something that we could put in our portfolio, and it might even help us out in the future.
Okay, so next question would be, can you tell us more about some of the specifics of the projects, and what were your roles in doing the projects? Can we start with you, Adam?
Well, the project was for the client that works in retail, and we were basically doing a people counting using AI. So we were counting the number of people that come in and out of the retail store, and we were basically classing them into different demographic groups according to age and also gender. So I wouldn't say there were specific roles, but what I would say I worked most in was the coding part, which was actually training the models and basically evaluating them. I'll say that was my main job.
Majda?
Right. My biggest task was, I had two pretty big tasks. As Adam said, we didn't really split the work. We kind of worked on a lot of stuff together. But what I worked mostly on was the data annotation in the beginning, annotating the data sets, and also the front end in the end. That was maybe my biggest task. It was really interesting seeing how to integrate the model into the front end. It was something I haven't done before, so it was pretty cool.
Okay. Tuba?
So I also worked on data annotation and setting up the the Maha environment, and also in the technical documentation as well. And we worked alongside each other and helped each other out throughout. So we were all working as a team.
So basically, you work like an end-to-end pipelines from preparing the data set, training the model, and actually deploying it.
Yes.
Right. Okay, that's good. Okay, so still related to the previous questions, what are the biggest challenges that you've encountered while doing the project, and how you were able to overcome these challenges?
First, figuring out how to use the Mahar HPC was a learning curve, but we were able to figure it out pretty quickly with practice. And also, and data annotation takes a long time, manual work, but we did it and we went through it. And then as well, like training the model and trying to get better results each time, annotating more and trying to get better results.
Yeah, we weren't even familiar with the whole, like how the stages of product development goes.
Right.
So, we, thanks to you, our mentor, we asked questions, you helped us out, we had frequent meetings, so our biggest challenge wasn't really a challenge because you were helping us out along the way.
Sure.
Right. I mean, I can only add on to what they said. The annotation was a pretty tedious task in my opinion. I think that was what stood out to me the most.
Right.
But we experienced with the HPC, it's so quick compared to doing it on your laptop. So that really, so it wasn't that bad. It was pretty quick, and we were able to train and see and get results. So that's a benefit of having an HPC.
I think it's
also new for us.
I think it's also important to mention the agility while doing a project.
Exactly.
Like we had challenges on the data set, like midway to the internship, we just received the data set.
Yes, exactly.
We only have a short time.
Yeah, we basically didn't have the actual data until towards the end of the internship, so we kind of got rushed in the last 2 weeks, but we managed to, have something.
So in a sense, that's the agile methodology that you will encounter later on in your professional career. And okay, so what have been the biggest takeaways or lessons that you've learned during the internship, and how do you think it would help you later on when you enter your professional career?
We had like a practical look at the life cycle of a project for the first time, and we went through the stages.
And we even used the softwares, the websites such as ClickUp for basically task management and project management. So, and
we also, for the first time, we had to manage our own time ourselves and report back to you about our progress, but mostly it was us figuring out among ourselves what to do. So this is something, a kind of independence as compared to projects in university where we would, so in this case, we had to work more independently and figure things out. So yeah, we learned a lot of skills.
Right. So does the remote setup affect your productivity, or does it help? What do you think?
It actually helped. It improved it because, not having to. Sometimes there are days where you can't maybe make it to the office, or you don't have a ride to make it to the office or anything. But being able to work comfortably back at home actually does increase our productivity, because when you're at home, you don't even look at the, how can I say this, the timings of work. Like you can work past time. You can rest while working. You can be in a comfortable environment. So I think it actually increases the productivity.
Cool. I would say this is a plus point about this internship experience with the AHB, that we have the flexibility to work remotely.
Sure. So last question. So do you have any advice for future interns who might be considering to have an internship with AHB.AI in the future?
I think that if the internship if the person wants experience in AI plus wants to work on an actual project, and we have the flexibility to work remotely, and you get access to the Mahar HPC and the experience of working with the HPC, they should really consider interning at AHB. That's what I would say.
Right, I also would say, I guess don't be put off by the amount of responsibility that you'll be given, that you'll have to take on, because I feel like with interns, the expectation is that you don't have to do a lot of work and not a lot of important work. So maybe when you come to an environment like the AHB where you're given a project that you have to handle from beginning to end, not all by yourself, of course, we had help from you, Maykhel, and from the team, but a lot of it is done by the interns. I would say don't be worried about it. There's always guidance that is provided to us at the company. And it's not too different from university projects as well. It's not something completely new to us. So it's fine.
Okay. Adam?
If you want to work and deal with actual real-time data and work on projects that are actually requested by clients, I would suggest you come here, and you want to work in anything related to AI as well. You don't, as my colleague said, you know, that we were working on it, you have a big responsibility because you're the one who's doing it, but at the same time you have a lot of assistance, so it doesn't hurt to ask questions. Anytime you're stuck in any point, you could just ask our mentor Maykhel, and he helps us. He gives us guidance on what to do next. Yeah, so you have assistance throughout the whole duration of the internship.
All right, awesome. So I think that will be it for today's episode, and it's really our pleasure to host you in your internship. I hope you learned something from us, and hope what you've learned you can use in your future career, and you can share it to others as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.